smile. Shape it, look sincere. Countdown to the flash. Pictures don't lie. Lie back, relax. Think of mother. Think of a love or another. Locate these weights lest they smother you or break you into. The child who's insecure, prop him on the stage. Don't let him fall. Falling, calling, run for cover. Go hide inside, find a lover. Subtract the act, we'll uncover you and all you've been through. To shatter